In the last video, we looked at 10 luxury car brands falling apart, losing billions, cutting jobs, fighting to survive. But here's what almost nobody is talking about. While those brands collapse, others are having the best years in their entire history. Record sales, record profits, waiting lists stretching years into the future. Same economy, same tariffs, same chaos, completely opposite results. Today, we count down 10 car brands that are quietly winning while everyone else falls apart. And understanding why they're winning tells you exactly where the entire industry is heading. Let's begin. Number 10. Acura. While the German luxury giants were bleeding sales in America, Honda's premium brand did something almost no one expected. It grew. In the first quarter of 2026, Acura's U.S. sales rose 5.2%, climbing past Cadillac to become the fourth best-selling luxury brand in America. The Integra and the MDX led the charge. Here's the lesson Acura teaches. While others chased the most expensive, most experimental electric future, Acura focused on building good cars at prices people could actually justify. Reliability, value, restraint. In a cooling market, those boring words became a winning strategy. Number 9. McLaren. McLaren targeted global sales of around 6,000 vehicles for 2025, well above its previous high of around 4,800 units set back in 2018. While Aston Martin, a direct rival, was cutting 20% of its workforce, McLaren was aiming for record territory. The difference comes down to focus. McLaren stayed true to what it is, a builder of extreme, driver-focused machines. It didn't try to be everything to everyone. And in a market punishing confusion, clarity paid off. Number 8. Genesis. 10 years ago, Genesis didn't exist as a standalone brand. Today, Hyundai's luxury division is one of the fastest rising premium names in the world. Genesis built its reputation on a simple idea: offer the materials, the design, and the technology of a German luxury car at a noticeably lower price, with a longer warranty. While established brands were losing customers who felt overcharged and underserved, Genesis quietly collected those exact customers. It is the textbook example of attacking a market when the giants get complacent. Number 7. BYD. If you want to understand what's actually happening in the car world, you have to understand BYD. In 2025, BYD posted around 4.6 million total sales, up nearly 8% year over year. It overtook Tesla as the global leader in pure electric sales, with around 2.25 million fully electric vehicles. And its exports exploded, up roughly 145% in a single year. BYD dominates the affordable end with cars in the $10,000 to $30,000 range. But it's climbing upward fast, pushing into the luxury segment that used to belong entirely to Europe. But here's the twist almost nobody mentions. There is one major market where BYD is completely locked out: the United States. A 100% tariff, plus a national security ban on Chinese-made cars starting with 2027 models, has walled BYD out entirely. BYD was so frustrated it actually sued the US government over those tariffs. And yet, despite being banned from the world's richest car market, BYD still overtook Tesla in global electric vehicle sales. They're winning the world without even being allowed into America. BYD isn't winning by accident. It's winning because it controls its own batteries, its own costs, and its own destiny. That is the new shape of power in this industry. Number 6. Xiaomi. A phone company. That is what Xiaomi was a few years ago. In 2025, Xiaomi sold around 258,000 units of its SU7 sedan in China alone. To put that in perspective, that's roughly 16 times more than Porsche sold of its best electric car worldwide. And the SU7 isn't cheap-looking or underpowered. The top version produces over 1,500 horsepower for about 64,000 euros. Xiaomi confirmed it will bring its cars to Europe in 2027, though, like every Chinese brand, the US market remains closed to it. When a company can enter the car industry from nothing and outsell legends this fast, the old rules are already gone. Number 5. Geely. Most people in the West don't realize how much Geely already owns. Volvo, Polestar, Lotus, a major stake in Mercedes-Benz itself. Chinese brands captured over 35% of the global automotive market in 2025, and Geely is one of the engines behind that rise. While Western brands defend shrinking territory, Geely is expanding aggressively across Europe, Southeast Asia, and South America. And Geely found something the other Chinese brands haven't: a way around the US wall. Because it already owns Volvo, Geely builds cars inside Western markets, under Western brand names. It doesn't need to break down the American door. It's already partly inside. Geely's strategy is patient and global. It buys expertise, absorbs it, and scales it. It is quietly becoming one of the most important automotive groups on Earth. Number 4. Rolls-Royce. Here's where the story splits in two. The mass luxury brands are struggling, but the ultra-luxury brands, the ones serving the truly wealthy, are thriving. Rolls-Royce sits at the very top of that world. Its customers are not affected by interest rates, tariffs, or economic anxiety. When you can buy any car on Earth, a cooling economy doesn't change your plans. Rolls-Royce keeps pushing deeper into bespoke commissions, cars personalized so heavily that no two are alike. That's not just luxury. That's recession-proof luxury. Number 3. Ferrari. Yes, the same Ferrari whose stock fell when it revealed the electric Luce. Because here's the nuance most people miss. The Luce was controversial, but Ferrari's core business is extraordinarily healthy. Ferrari reported solid growth in the first quarter of 2026, in line with its guidance, sustained across all business dimensions. Its Purosangue, its 12-cylindry family, and its SF90XX all saw rising demand. Its supercar, the F80, entered delivery. Even its racing and lifestyle divisions grew. Ferrari deliberately keeps production scarce, building fewer cars than the demand calls for. That scarcity is the entire strategy. It's why a company selling around 14,000 cars a year is worth more than giants selling millions. The Luce was a stumble. But make no mistake, Ferrari is winning the game that actually matters. Number 2. Lamborghini. While legendary brands cut jobs, Lamborghini did the opposite. It set an all-time sales record for the 5th consecutive year. In 2025, Lamborghini delivered 10,747 cars. That's nearly 3 times what it sold in 2017. Revenue grew from around 1 billion euros in 2017 to over 3.2 billion in 2025. Operating profit increased more than 13 times in that period. And here's the detail that explains everything. In 2025, 94% of the cars Lamborghini delivered were personalized in at least one way. The order book for its new Temerario already stretches about 12 months into the future. Lamborghini proved you don't win by selling more. You win by selling rarer, more personal, more desirable. In an age of mass everything, exclusivity became the ultimate product. Number 1 isn't a single brand. It's a pattern. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Look at who's winning. At the very top, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Rolls-Royce, serving the ultra-wealthy, who are richer than ever. At the very bottom and the middle, BYD, Xiaomi, Geely, serving everyone else with cars that offer staggering value. The winners are at the two ends, the extreme top and the smart, affordable, technology-driven bottom. The losers? They're all stuck in the middle. Too expensive to be a value, not exclusive enough to be a dream. Brands like Maserati, Aston Martin, and the struggling German EVs, caught in a shrinking space that no longer exists. A global inequality report in January 2026 confirmed billionaire wealth is rising faster than ever. That's why ultra-luxury is booming. And Chinese manufacturing is why affordable tech cars are booming. But there's one more layer most videos miss. Geography decides who wins where. In Europe, Latin America, and China, the Chinese brands are taking over. In the United States, protected by 100% tariffs and a national security ban, Chinese cars are locked out entirely. So American buyers are watching the rest of the world get cheaper, faster, more advanced cars they simply can't buy. The wall meant to keep China out is also keeping American consumers in. The middle is disappearing. And the brands that don't pick a side, the top, or the smart bottom, are the ones you'll see on the next brands in trouble list. The car industry isn't dying. It's splitting in two, and now you know exactly which side each brand is on. Which of these winners surprised you the most? And do you think the middle can ever come back? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And subscribe to Elite Driven, because next, we're answering a question that's making American car buyers furious. Why the United States banned the cheap, advanced cars the rest of the world is already driving.